patients who are on sedation on a daily basis, almost 60 to 70% of our patients would be on sedation, especially when they are mechanically ventilated. Sedation is required to keep the patient safe, calm, quiet, and easy to ventilate to. We have tried to avoid neuromuscular blockers. Now, what happens with sedation is it goes inside, and the patient takes a long time to come out of the sedation. Very often, and dexmedetomidine is actually used only for a day and a half and not more than that. Whereas other sedations like opioids, like midazolam, whereas the rest of the medicines will take a long time before it actually comes out of the circulation. Well, there is another form of anesthesia which we call as inhalational anesthesia. This inhalational anesthesia can be used as a sedative agent when we are actually ventilating patients in intensive care unit. For that, the indications for this kind of inhalational sedation, it would actually be status epilepticus, status asthmaticus, difficult to, we want patients to awaken fast. And these are those indications in which probably these particular agents would be used. And probably as time goes, this would be state of the art when we are actually going to give patients in intensive care sedation, probably because the awakening is very quick and the overall mental condition remains quite stable. So for this we require the Anaconda system. The Anaconda system consists of the Anaconda anesthetic conserving device. It's called Anaconda. Anesthetic conserving device. These are available in two shapes. We have the S and the normal Anaconda. This is the S150. All right. Okay. And we also need this Fluorabsorb. The Fluorabsorb is the anesthetic gas filter, which is an active carbon filter, which is responsible for scavenging of the excess exhaust gases. You also need the Anaconda syringe. You can't use any syringe, you need the Anaconda syringe. Apart from the Anaconda syringe, there is an adapter that is used for actually taking off gas. Okay, and volatile anesthetics are actually liquid form in room temperature. So what we are having over here is a volatile anesthetic by the name of isoflurane. Isoflurane is usually in a liquid format in room temperature, and once it gets into the circuit, it immediately vaporizes, and that's what causes these patients to go under anesthesia. Open this, please. Okay. So this is Fluorabsorb. Apart from this, you also need to be ensuring that this patient does not have any tube block, because if there is a tube block, nothing is going to work. Second, these patients should be hemodynamically reasonably stable, because if you are on very high support, there is another possibility that this will cause a tremendous drop in blood pressure. You also need a gas monitor. This is the gas monitor that we have over here. This attached the Anaconda device over here with the elevated limb on top, and the other end goes from here into the gas module to understand the MAC value. It goes into the gas module, whereas the other end, the lower end, is actually going from here into the sedation, and here you have isoflurane already ready for this. Whereas the scavenging gas that goes from the exhaust of the ventilator, it goes from here into the scavenging active carbon filter, and from here, since we are not attaching it to the monitor, we are taking this part from here and taking it directly and putting it into the suction so that it is vented outside. Okay, this is what it is. So now we are ready to go. So how do we start this? And so importantly, we cannot use lower tidal volumes. Okay, this is 50 ml, so it is good enough. So the dead space of this is around 50 ml, whereas the other one is a 100 ml tidal volume, 100 ml dead space. Now, what we do is we keep the tidal volume slightly on the higher side because it's got a dead space more than it. It also has got a microbiological and an HME filter inside. This is a filter device also. Next thing that we do is we give a small bolus. So let's give a small bolus here, 0.3 ml. To start with small bolus at 0.3 or 0.5 ml. Let's give that. 0.5 ml. Was that it? Okay. So you started a 0.5 ml bolus. Has it gone in? Yeah, it's probably gone in. Now started at 3 ml per hour. Yeah. So the dose is actually 1.5 to 1.7 MAC is the NSAID dose, but what we go is 0.7, 0.8. And as the gas starts getting inside, you probably see it over here coming in. Okay, just hold the video now.